Alright, Red, bring your Humvee in.
Sorry, copy. Chris, did you want to jump in and drive the Hummer in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm just gonna get on top of this building, Sal.
Yeah. Let's go find a vantage. Scope out good positions for gunners to start gunner setup.
Do we have any statics facing
Eyes on
west?
anything dodgy looking?
Not sure, I'm looking.
The guys
Wait,
watching us from the rooftop.
Tell.
Let me
Send it.
around.
Maybe I should be in the gun since I have an
Point
LMG.
somewhere- Yeah, about here, pointing that way.
Yeah,
Just
get out of the
so
gun.
The west,
There's
south,
another one to
up west.
fourth.
Yeah, that's good.
Side of
That
town.
works. Just in case we need it. Don't think we're staying in here.
Grave, go ahead, find a vantage.
Alright, copy.
Just don't leave yourself open.
Right.
Yep.
Come on then. Hop back in.
Alright, War Dog, get your guys ready to go out.
Best OP is probably going to be that slope southeast. Unless these roofs give clearance over the town.
Bulldog's still at the gate.
Yeah, coming in now,
Let's
mate.
go.
Yes.
Can you give me a boost?
Yeah,
Scotty, Scotty!
Alright, thanks, man. No worries. Remember, as soon as you start taking significant campfire, you get that.
Right,
Yeah.
Red.
Yep.
I want you around the gate until we've got any other orders. So, with Scotty over there.
Fucking shit.
Spread yourselves out. Nice and calm looking.
I don't want to stick anyone on.
Here about 10 seconds.
Dal, where you at?
What do you need up above you?
I'm just coming to see what the plan is, dude.
You, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
micromanage you. You're clearing, kicking in doors. Just stay in
Okay.
contact.
Yeah, back.
We'll I'll make sure we have overwatch on the town as
Yeah.
much as we can. Might kick out part of our team up to 2029 for a better position.
2029. Oh, 209.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where me and Templar just were. You can see most of the town from there. If not, that hill just there outside the front gate should be decent
Yeah.
enough.
Probably set up on 2029,
That's fine.
and then I'll have
So-
the rest of you basically watching towards the southwest, southeast.
Okay.
That's where we don't have a presence.
Right.
So whenever you
Uh,
guys are ready.
We'll do York, and then we'll do one circuit around the town east to west.
Roger.
If we somehow get back to this road in front of us without getting shot at, then we'll go in the town and start like compound clearing. But I anticipate we'll get shot at before then.
Yeah. If you really want, take one of the Humvees or that Jeep.
No.
If
I
you
think
really
it's-
want,
Error.
I'm gonna
You
leave
guys
that to
have
your
them.
discretion.
We'll take a casual stroll until we get shot at.
Roger. You heading out right away then? You all ready?
Yeah, if you guys are ready, we'll just start walking.
Yep. You head out. We'll just be
Alright.
setting up around here.
Cool. We'll just literally be walking like this anyway, so we won't go far.
Alright. Just keep checking in every couple minutes.
Will do. Tal, what call signs are you using? Just red and blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all we got.
Right. We are going for a stroll round the town east to west, gents. I would like...
Fudge, where you at? Oh, there you are.
Which one of you two wants to be on
Alright.
point and which one
I'm
wants to be on
thinking
the rear?
I want to kick
I'll take rear.
at least the buddy
Okay.
team out
You're
to
on
kill
point, I'll be second,
2029
Chris, you're
for
third,
Overwatch.
G, last man.
Yep.
We're literally going for a walk.
Or-
If you're
or
checking maps
go
before we
okay.
set off. We're just going to go straight out of the gate, down this slope, round the edge of town. And
You
if
say
we
you
somehow
wanted
get
to-
back to the road before we get shot at, we'll then
Then
go
I'll
in
just body
and
kick.
start checking buildings.
Yeah,
but I
1 second
anticipate
and
we'll get
I'll
shot at before
delegate
then.
that.
So if we do, once we get shot at, it'll be the same plan, just moving quicker and a bit more.
Is there a way to
aggressively.
set up sandbags? I did it
Other
once.
than that, do a staggered
It had like a filled sandbag. Know what I'm talking about?
Son's the best person to speak to about that. I wouldn't know how to do it. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I did it one mission. I don't even know how I got sandbag, but I had a sandbag and I could deploy it.
Blue, red, we're setting off now.
Roger. Yeah, if you want to take Grave... Oh, okay, you got a UAV.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to take Grave, the 2029.
2029.
Good Overwatch. Yeah, it's right to the north.
Okay.
And just get a good Overwatch mission on the town for red. Because we have enough emplacements and cover here. Don't need the gunner with me.
Alright, let me just check out the Overwatch first.
Yeah, go ahead. Take the UAV. I'm purple at flying those.
Yeah, no worries, mate. 2029. That's like literally 10 meters in front of us, yeah?
Oh, hold on. I can't really get up there. Fast, let me through, please.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
it's
Yeah, just right up there.
that high.
Because then you can look down the hill.
Okay, I won't have any
Unless
cover,
you don't
but
think
if any...
it's not really worth it.
Nah, don't forget, if it's just literally in front of us, I think we'll be right.
Alright, yeah. Just stay up here then.
I have better eyes from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just cover the
Can
west.
we get the... No. What's that? Go
Oh.
to the west?
No, I'll cover the west.
Oh, cover the west, Roger.
I got eyes on the town and the...
Cover that. I'll grab south.
Right, I'll look north. Who can fly a UAV without breaking it? I can't.
Coach.
I'll go on it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Eyes in the sky.
Red, this is blue.
Blue, send it.
We've got a darter up in the air. So we'll scan around for you.
Solid copy. We are just moving round to the north side of town now.
Roger.
Oh, they're taking it slow, aren't they? Taking it slow.
Actually walking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, there's...
Want to step your circle around the town just a tad? It's really slow.
What happened to not micromanaging?
Man. Shut the fuck up.
Wait.
Get in. Get in.
Town looks
No, you're
pretty
not.
clear.
We'll pick it up.
Does it?
Yeah, just civilian populated at the moment. No insurgents. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compounds altogether.
Roger.
I think they're going to be hitting us either on the hills or along the road. That's the only thing I can think of.
Right, that's
Or
what
they're
I
hiding in
figured.
the buildings.
Yeah.
I got a very nervous sentry.
Is he twitching?
Yeah. Never been in combat before.
Yeah, it's the first time.
First deployment.
Blue, red.
Send it.
Other than a couple of G-looking civvies on rooftops that I'm not too impressed with, we're not seeing a whole lot.
Well, that's good news. Keep patrolling.
Hey, firm.
If you don't mind, want to scan some of the hilltop?
Yeah, if scanning the north now.
Roger.
I need to move around quite a lot to keep eyes on the entire southern sector.
You need to move. Feel free to move.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is the best location, but
Yeah, I
it has
mean,
cover.
yeah. There's sandbagged up the landing pad, but that's still pretty exposed. I'll keep a watch out west. How many? Hold on, I'm gonna do a quick count of how many allied troops are actually here.
Right, UAV has to land, by the way.
Okay,
I'm gonna land it now.
Roger. Is it out of battery or what?
It's not fair. I've received from high command that I can't use it. Well, I can use it, but I'm gonna be nice and not use it.
Gotcha. Red, this is Blue.
Blue, send it.
No longer have a darter in the sky as of right now.
A-firm, we're just on the northwest side of town now. We're taking a little bit of a wider berth because there's a couple of doorways that would have been on our 6, but otherwise we're all good.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Have a guess who it was? Me or Fastkill?
I reckon it was fast kill. Was it fast kill?
No.
It was you.
Right.
Oh, it was fast kill.
No, that was me. Who was it?
What?
Make up your mind, man.
Stop fucking confusing me, man. Sake.
Stop betting every time one of us burps. Start a pool. It's on red.
Blue, red, we're on the west side moving towards the southwest corner.
Okay, I have no idea what my fucking data's doing. I'm a fucking twat.
Roger, if we have eyes on. Say again, Fudge?
I have no idea what my data's doing. I'm just gonna land it manually.
There's a lot of fucking goats around here.
Yeah, do you see any women around here?
That's damn it.
Oh my god, your fucking daughter scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any
Nice.
shots?
South. On the hill.
No
I
eyes.
see him. Got eyes on him.
Yeah, I see.
Fine.
Where? I can't see anything.
Contact.
Two down.
Roger, Red, that's... Do you have contact in the town?
We have contact close. Hill south-southeast.
Yeah, that's us. We're taking care of it.
I'm hit.
Moving position.
Be alert.
If I'm going to push my team southwest into the cover of the trees.
I need to heal.
Alright, we got a sniper on top of the hill to the south. He's on the western slope, where the hill starts to slope down. You see his head.
Pass you.
Yeah, I'm here.
There's 2 tangos down.
I think I know where that sniper is.
Attack reload.
Yes, man.
Yeah, he's, as I said, he's to the south on top of the hill where the hill starts to slope to the west.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
Nice, man. Good shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Right.
No, I'm good, man.
All good.
I'm getting back on my sector. Thank you, Davis.
Roger.
Blue, red, interrogative.
Send it.
Do you want us to just give the contact time to cool off and then continue the draw, yeah?
What's your pause?
We are northwest for your pos.
I have eyes on him.
Alright, Roger.
They're about 100 meters out. 50.
Yeah, give it like a minute, and then head back out on patrol.
So copy, I'll advise when we're on the move again.
Roger.
I'm thinking after we clear through the town, if there's no more incidents, we're gonna start sweeping these hills on the opposite side of our patrol base from the town.
Okay.
This is a more of a show up.
Are we doing it on foot or are we taking a Vic?
I'd take a Vic.
Okay.
Humvees are worthless off-road though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Preferably I do it because if we small arms, we don't. You know, we've got a 50.
Yeah.
But we'll adjust as we go. We'll only do that once red is done with the town.
It's your call, Tal.
Again?
It's your call.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, mate.
Because otherwise we're gonna leave this place undermanned even with the friendly forces here. Don't want a large attack coming in while we're out on patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't want two patrols out at a time. Hey Grave, you want to watch to the south?
Yep.
Thanks. That way, as soon as you see enemies, you can just set them right away.
Red, blue, we're continuing patrol.
Into the Roger.
Right. Fucking forgot to
Yeah,
run
we'll
down
push
that.
to the road and then into the town.
Good copy.
Forgot they were hiding in the woods.
Blue, be advised, we've still got civilians on the roof despite the firefight that just happened.
Roger.
Yeah, I see one of them. Do you see any more civilians on roofs? I only see one.
Yeah, I see two crouched.
Alright. If you hear shit kicking off in the town, just swing back, check on those civilians, see if actually civilians.
Will do.
The fuck that?
It's coming from the south again. I swear it's coming from the south again.
Southwest.
Southwest?
Roger. Coming from the hill.
Enemy
on the
vehicle
hill.
southwest on top of the hill.
Back on
Technical,
the hill,
technical.
back on the hill.
No eyes, no eyes.
I've got it. Eyes on.
Okay, yeah, tech. See it.
Weapon rocket. Moving towards your position.
Keep an eye out for advanced infantry.
Oh, I see it, That's well far for me. I'm gonna try it though.
Let me get a range on it. Range is 730.
Alright, weapon rocket. Clear back blast. Clear back blast.
Back blast clear.
Rocket, rocket, rocket.
Moving.
Nah, it's too short. Too short. Way too short.
Okay, take the
Looks like the gunner's out.
Infantry east, southeast.
Edge of the tree line.
Why was my earplugs not in? Why haven't I done that?
To the southwest, eyes of Vic. Unless one of you just took him down. That Vic's moving. Technical
I'm seeing
is
contact
moving
northeast.
downhill.
Sense northeast. Could be friendlies.
The gun is down. You say northeast?
Northeast. Nope, civvies. They're civvies.
Ah, yeah, I see him.
We'll have a shooter
Job.
to the southeast somewhere.
Shoot southeast. Copy. Seeing traces southwest.
And south.
And south, yeah, I got south.
Mate, this guy needs to move out the fucking way.
South, on top of the hill, south.
Alright, I'm moving Davis out the way.
Thank you.
Move out the way, fast. Move out the way.
That's close, southwest, go southwest. 150 meters.
Eyes on, eyes on, eyes on. They're down, they're down, they're down. No more movement.
Taking on
Techie.
I believe it went back over the ridge line. Reloading.
Yeah, the gunner went down now. Checking on red.
Red, this is blue.
Send it blue.
Status report.
Yeah, we're just to the west of the road, just northeast of your pos.
What the fuck happened to him?
Roger. Where's that fire coming from?
Coming from the south.
Southwest. I mean,
Yeah, one on the hill.
southeast.
On the right.
Southeast? Anyone got eyes on?
No, I can't see him. He's gone trees for me.
Yeah, he's about.
I have eyes on one. I have eyes on bearing 163. Lost the visual.
Nice. Oh, I see him.
Good on medical.
I'm good. I'm green.
Oh, I've got a minor scrape on my leg. I'm just gonna put a field dressing on it and I'm gonna get a pack. Alright. Can get a pack whenever.
There's still people to the south. Across the ridge line behind the hill.
Very good.
Southeast, southwest,
South.
or due south.
South. Last seen south running west.
Roger.
We could pop up in southwest somewhere.
Yeah, Fudge, keep an eye southwest.
Alright.
That's where we think they're gonna reappear from. Knew they were infantry in that technical
That's
Where's that coming from?
Red, blue.
Send it.
Marked on map
Eyes on.
under Hab. Every building now has a number. We're going to try to sweep them in that order. I'll advise you as and when each one is clear.
Roger, let me know when they're clear. I'll mark off.
Solid copy, that'd be helpful, thank you.
Go hit in the head.
I think we got attack east.
Patching myself up and fast. I'm gonna come to you.
I think that's friendly. Shooting up on it.
Where are we taking combat from?
That's north. In the
North?
town a bit.
Alright, I'm good. Fast coming to you.
Yeah. Don't realize him.
Right behind you, dude. All right.
Contact in the town coming out of the south side. We have one man down.
Roger. Grave.
Make that two men
Nice,
down, which
nice.
includes my medic. We're just to the north of your pos on the backside of slope 2029.
Fucking shots west now? Jesus.
Yeah. Contacts
Got eyes
west.
on him.
Yeah.
Lighting him up.
Let me know if he gets eyes on red.
Good shooting, man.
Look ahead. Moving downstairs.
Grave's down. Grave is down.
Dragon meeting.
Came back up, I'm rolling down.
Alright, good.
Red, blue,
Reloading.
I have two men down, including my medic, and I am hit. We're holding pause until someone can come assist with our medic.
He's down.
RPG.
Like, get inside one of those seconds.
Fudge.
Been hit. Yo. Whoa, there's a lot coming from the northwest. A lot of them. Reloading.
Talus down, Talus down. Fuck.
hell, man, I can't even fucking shoot straight.
Jesus Christ.
This is too tight. We're too bunched up here.
Alright, once we're out top smokes to get the new position. Get heavy
Moving to the
weapons.
arsenal. I'm moving to the arsenal.
You're grabbing or I'm grabbing?
I'm doing it.
Roger. I'll do my right leg. I'll take care of the
War dog. Status check.
Fuck, red is down. I need a pack.
Yeah, packing now.
Hit. Send it. If you got it, and it's a heavy weapon, send it. Send it north.
Stand by, Blue. I just went down.
Fudge coming upstairs. Coming upstairs.
Still have 2 men down and the other wounded.
Roger, we're taking heavy contact. We're gonna try and clear them out.
Oh my fucking god.
Yep.
Are you blue?
Again?
Are you blue?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
good.
green? Good to go. Roger.
Alright, fast. I'm going downstairs. I need medical.
Copy, big room.
Fuck. Fudge.
Hola.
As soon as you and Fast are both green, as long as you're both green, take a Humvee. I'm gonna find War Dog's position. He has 2 men down and he is injured.
Okay.
You need to grab them.
Thanks, man.
Red, this
I need some.
red, this is blue.
Blue, this is Temp. I think we've lost War Dog.
Fuck. Fast. Brave needs a pack before you leave. Needs support.
Dead.
We'll get down on the first ground floor. And I'll back
No,
up.
no, come here, I'm still shooting enemies.
Templar,
Awesome, boss.
Send it.
do whatever you can to just put them alive. We'll send support as soon as we can.
I got no eyes on them and I am bleeding the fuck out as well.
Take care of yourself then, we'll sense it soon. What's your pause? What building?
Still on the south side of town. We didn't even get inside it.
On the road or off the road?
Off the road, in line with Building 7, between...
Brick. We are just south of Building 7 on the map. Just to the east of the cotton field, which is also on the map, taking fire. We can't get the casualties away.
Roger, we'll send smokes towards your pause.
I'm on the northwest, by the way.
Smokes out.
Blue, status report.
Being treated.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Fuck me, it's like a never-ending wave. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm good.
Blue, we're trying to bring
Yeah, I'm good.
2 casualties we've got back up the hill. We'll get as far as we can close to you.
Roger, we'll send a Humvee.
We're good to move
Fudge.
to. RPG.
I'm at the northwest. Alright, this GL is not working for me.
Blue, red, the priorities are going to be G first, second, me third, and Templar fourth if we go down. That's the order we went down in.
Mark the triage card.
I can't mark triage cars when I'm trying to drag them back.
Vasco,
Roger, if you have a moment.
you ready?
Right
Alright
here,
guys,
ready
head
to-
out. You catch their pause over the radio when I was talking to them?
Negative, no.
Sounds like they're right.
Tell them to pop smoke.
Whoa, the thing's dead.
Alright.
Oh, they're here.
Oh, well, hang on.
Yeah, they're here.
Get the word.
Yeah. On it. I need one assisting.
Fudge.
Alright.
You and I, we're rolling. Can you
I
drive?
have eyes on them.
I'm going back for War Dog.
Copy that.
You guys
Yeah,
eyes
they're
on
the
them?
hill, no
Need one
northeast.
assistant ground floor.
Holy
Guys,
shit.
come out.
Okay,
Hill northeast,
CPR.
50 meters away. Go get him.
Roger. Got
Warlock,
smoke.
come back for you.
Yeah, moving
Smoke's
to get him.
out.
I'll move past.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, cover me.
Yep. Roger. Smoke out.
Gee, we're gonna get you up, mate. You're nearly there.
I got Warlock.
Yeah.
Let's keep pushing that CPR.
Yep, perform CPR third time. Perform CPR fourth time. It should be the last time.
Stick him on security.
Yeah, keep doing it. Doing it until it's up.
Alright, work on Chris next, then Warlock. I was over there.
Alright, G, when you get up, I want you to cover a sector. Alright, done.
Thank you.
Grave.
I'd say.
Grave in here.
Oh, sorry.
Shit.
Fuck.
Jesus
My bad.
fuck. Grave.
Right,
Alright.
Tao, where do you want me?
I'm bugged in the ground, but I'll
Yeah, I got you.
perform CPR.
Need one more here.
Tao, where do you want me?
Templar, start patching up War Dog.
I just took a shot, but I don't know where from. Couldn't hear the shot.
Thank you.
Go on.
He's dead, isn't he?
Shit.
No, he's dead.
You lost Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Son of a bitch. Alright, Grave, just make sure you're always in cover. Primarily southwest, southeast.
I'm hearing a Vic. Hearing a Vic. Is that our Vic?
Grave is down, Grave is down. Grenade launchers, bring the bear. North, east, northeast.
Shit.
2 Vics.
East, yeah?
Go ahead and do CPR tap. Select the stores and do CPR.
Shit, I just got hit too. Pick myself up. Yes, 2
Oh, fucking wanker.
close range.
Getting on the 50.
Thank you.
Oh, stay in there, Grave.
Templar packing you.
Right.
I'm only losing 1 today.
So we lost. I'm just gonna back Chris up.
Don't move.
Shit.
Green Templar.
Again.
I'm gonna need a medic up here for Grave.
Cover that. Moving up. Chris is.
Six.
Chris,
Good.
Performance
Yep, I see ya.
CPR on Grave. Got no heart rate.
50.
If you can, mate.
Back. Are you green tail?
I'm blue. I took a shot to the leg of all places.
Come up.
Oh, thank God.
Starting to become a
Thank
fucking
you.
bad omen, me.
Both technicals down.
Where's the second technical? I only need 1.
The other technical went away to the south.
Roger. Careful of it.
Nice work, Temp.
Red team, did you clear any buildings?
Like, joking out, we didn't get in.
Didn't think so. Just thought I'd check.
You good, Fudge?
Yeah, I just need a pack. I got hit in the leg.
You guys need to resupply? You know, hey, War Dog,
I
come
don't. I
follow
didn't
me,
get
War Dog.
that many shots.
This is your medical room, innit?
Down through the building.
I'm gonna go resupply.
I'll show you where resup is.
G, you still good, mate?
Nice one.
These containers
Alright,
Yep,
good.
I'm good. I'm on the
have
whole
shit in them. And then these crates right here are an arsenal.
Okay, cool.
Resupply with what you need.
Shots. North, west, west.
Hey, we have tripod static weapons.
Hey, we can get anything we want out of the arsenal.
Yeah, hey, red team,
Yeah.
You set up 50s, or at least one, preferably
Yeah, where do
on
you
the
want it?
roof.
Fuck's sake.
I'm gonna call that command building, on my command building.
That one that we were just.
Nah.
Yep, that's gonna be command building from here on out, just for simplicity's sake.
Oh, it's not working.
How's everyone looking in here?
Yeah, all green. Explosion. Northeast.
Tau.
Roger, where are you?
I'm Grave.
What's up?
Can you cover me? I'm going to get that technical and I'm going to bring it in a compound so the insurgents don't grab it, alright?
Copy. On my way.
No, stay there. I just want you to cover me. Just want you to cover me.
Oh, right. Shit, sorry. Yeah.
And G, you covering me as well, yeah?
Give me a second.
Yep, got ya.
They move fast. Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, Grave, get up there.
Let me know when you're
Alright,
ready.
you good to move.
Watch the town, I'll watch hills.
Copy.
Oh, fuck's sake. No, wrong button.
Okay, I'm gonna go get Fudge.
No, I'm good, I'm coming in.
I'm gonna pack this wound,
Friendly Vic. Friendly coming in.
and then I just need a pack.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking
Fudge is
shit,
coming
there
back,
goes my
fucking
show
down.
of force.
Did you take him down?
I'm hearing another Vic.
That should be...
That's friendly.
Did we get that fucker who's been
Yeah, I
down?
got him.
I did. Check rooftops, see if civilians are there.
What are you looking for? Would it be a gun? Okay, so it's in the backpack somewhere.
Nah, the civilians are gone.
Remember they dropped
Oh,
your
actually,
backpack,
one
otherwise
civilian
it's
is
a
still on the roof.
Dismantled autonomous GMG. They're all under D.
Who knows how to use a mortar?
Templar does.
Right here, this box is a mortar.
Wait, how long are we supposed to hold here?
Cool. Let's get this HMG set up, mate, and then we'll sort your mortar out.
Fast.
Yep.
You know
Now.
Send it.
We're setting up a mortar. We're not gonna fire that on the town, are we?
No.
Just checking.
how long are we gonna hold here?
No, not there.
I reckon until there's further attacks.
Oh, okay.
It is.
Yeah, right.
We've got an arsenal there, mate. If it don't work, go back and try
We're
again.
tasked with fending off the insurgents, so just keep
Oh,
repelling them until they give up.
Fast, I need a pack again. I'm coming to you.
Fast kill.
Roger that.
Move your flat pack Swedish backside, please. Thank you.
Hey, do any of you know how to set up sandbag?
Yeah, you just have to get them.
What are you at first?
What's that?
I put that
Oh!
back.
I'm just going to meet in here, mate.
Contact these?
Fucking
down.
tits.
2 down.
Right, Temp, what am I doing with this?
Where are they, Grave?
Right, just
East,
put it down.
northeast.
Just drop it.
Just drop it.
I see it.
It's on the floor.
Alright, cheers, mate.
Somewhere.
Get out of the way.
Graves down on the roof.
Covering fire. I'm packing you.
Is that gun to the south friendly?
On the Humvee?
G, still good, mate.
Grenade
Yep,
out.
I'm still good. Northwest. Northwest.
We got them around other buildings. Templar, careful, steer right. other buildings.
Yeah.
Find a building with cover.
Chef was down.
RPG and Templar and Tower down on the roof.
Coming from the south.
Right, if you guys are wounded on the roof, go back downstairs for medical.
RPG.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, fast, I need some healing.
Right.
Copy that. Out on the ground floor. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking Musa Carla.
So no one knows how to put some sandbags down. I know it can be done.
Yeah, it's easy. You just got to have them. They're in your interactions equipment, and you just fills them and you drop them.
Interactions equipment.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I did it once. I don't know how, but it was a scroll menu option, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Thanks, man.
Need a pack.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ever mention how much I
Think there's
love
no people
medics?
to the south?
I have no eyes on the RPG. That came from the northeast.
Alright, AFM, just keep scanning.
I'll let you know.
We love you too. You green, mate.
Patched up.
Thanks. Hey, don't forget to get packs.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Med check, Hades.
Warlock good.
Very good.
Is that you, fast kill? No, that's Tau.
Close east.
Oh, I'm here.
I need medical.
G and Templar.
I need meds.
Good.
Where the fuck is it?
That's west somewhere.
That's an AFK.
Check west.
I got him.
Good shit.
Reload.
Thank you.
Hey G, you good?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Grab this window right
Cool.
here. Watch the
This is not going how I planned it. I planned, and this is not the plan.
Yeah, I'm
It
gonna
never
We're not
goes
supposed
how
to be
you
huddled
plan
in
it, mate.
here. We're supposed to be out there, swinging our dicks around. Grenado.
We still got Humvees.
Yeah,
out.
we do.
Go out and
That's
use
it.
force. We're still up.
I was gonna say, yeah, at least our vehicles are up. I'm surprised. How these rockets knock their vehicles?
Because they're missing.
Don't jinx it.
Alright, I'm heading back to the command building.
The last shot came from the northeast, Vital.
Roger, thank you.
Alright, G, I'm right behind you on top of this building, alright?
Who said they knew how to get
Templar did.
I'll get back on this gunner, Fudge,
Templar.
if you give me a
Yeah.
bearing when you see.
you
Light
downstairs?
'em up.
Yep.
Not up here, mate.
No, there he is. Templar.
I think he's AFK.
Fast kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just took contact from somewhere, single shot, long range. That's not what I wanted to tell you. I wanted to say, are you free to pack me if I come down?
Hey, firm, come on down.
Alright, you good. Templar.
Brave, you've got the roof for now, mate.
Yeah.
You got fast?
Yeah, ground floor.
Hello.
Hello.
Make me feel better, please.
Will do.
Keep on getting tripped up by this just Fudge. I keep on thinking the people.
I have eyes on the sniper.
What, the civvies?
Well, magic, my friend.
Take
Thank
him
you.
out.
The bushes. I
Oh,
keep
the-
on getting long range.
Sniper anyway.
You tripping out?
Where is he, Brave? Let me get eyes on before you start shooting.
Yeah. The north. Oh, wait, I'll give you a bearing. That's better.
Yep.
About.
Guys, if
Oh, it's exactly 30.
Oh, is it 3-1 by that rock?
Yeah,
It's just next to that big rock, eh?
exactly.
I figured out how to
Yo, G.
deploy sandbags.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's check the range on it, because we've got an arsenal, so if we want to get a fucking sniper rifle, we could just...
I've got a Scoto.
Oh, you
These
can't deploy
1.2
sandbags
clicks,
on
mate, we're gonna
buildings.
need a rifle.
Ah, okay.
That's
Let me
shame.
Tau.
switch. Fuck, Tau's dead.
Tau's down at the bottom of the stairs. Kill.
How the fuck? Let me pass. I'll go switch to a sniper.
I'll get one.
I'm hearing shots.
I want to do it.
Alright, go get one then. Fucking... Fudge?
Yep.
We've got eyes on a sniper, but he's 1.2 clicks out, so we're going to get a rifle to engage him with before he knows we know where he is.
Oh, you got ArmA, didn't you?
He's
What about-
bearing 3-1, possibly 3-0 from yours, next to the big rock on the ridge to the northeast.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Shots west.
Ridge to the west. Ridge to the west.
Shit, sorry guys.
No eyes.
No eyes.
He's down. Dingo insurgent on top of the ridge there.
Have you set your mortar pit up, Warthog? Whoa, shit. Northeast, northeast.
From east. Check east.
Fucking hell, that went past my head, that did.
That's mine, I'll tell you that for no.
Third RPG now to Hampton.
Where's that sniper rifle, Grave?
I'm here. Coming.
Get this fucking sniper dead before he kills somebody.
Yeah.
Warthog, can we set that fucking L6
you
up?
Oh my fucking god. I got
Yeah, mate, go for
armored.
it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I figured. Right.
Like, I was on the stairs and then just bam.
You know where he is?
I don't
He's
know what
1.2 clicks away, mate.
Hey, can
I've
you
fallen
give
and
me
I
your
can't
bus?
up.
Yeah, gonna.
Alright, I'm gonna work on my
Actually,
chest.
maybe I'm gonna go on the roof.
Okay.
Fast, I need a
Or can you hear me?
pack again, once you're ready.
What do you use to treat crushed tissue and all that?
Alright.
Field racing.
There's not a lot you can use for
shooting.
crushed tissue, so just any kind of bandaging. Grave, you still up? Because he just took a shot at us.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm up.
But
Hey, is
watch,
Templar
He's
up?
moving back. He's moving back. He's seen that I've seen him.
yeah, that's the one thing I was worried about. I didn't want to engage him before he. That's on that, definitely.
Try and range it.
War dog.
Okay, be nice and careful coming down this in the command building, guys. I just tripped and busted my face open.
Yeah, I tripped and busted my everything.
Yeah, I busted my everything too. Skill, can you make me better again, please?
Yeah, give me.
I fell down the stairs.
Hey,
Oh, you
who's
too?
free right now?
What?
We need someone else to start working on us since we're getting armored down the stairs. We also need to spread out. Someone get the fuck a hold of Templar. Ask him if sandbags can be deployed on buildings.
Sure, he said he was back.
I told
Yeah,
you
I
what
Tempe.
I'm doing.
Yeah, he's setting up the L6 mortar, mate.
Oh, is he? Okay, I
Yeah.
thought he was on the roof. I was trying to get a hold of him.
No, I was
Wasn't
on the
hearing a
roof.
response. Oh.
Can't set it up. Why can't I
War
set it
dog.
up?
Yeah.
What was the range?
1.2 click that rock, I think, mate. So 1,200 meters. As soon as I'm better, I'm going to get a sniper rifle as well. Because if Son's controlling a sniper, he's playing it properly.
Yeah.
And like the one thing I was worried about is him realizing we were trying to counter snipe. I want a second one.
Surgical kit.
If you stay
Yeah.
on that roof,
Fair enough.
so that gives him something to focus on.
Exactly. I got you.
And if I'll pick a pause a bit less obvious. Why am I all kinds of fucked? What the fuck is going on? Pascal, I'm gonna go change my weapon. Come back.
Of that. Right back in.
Wow, I am super fucking slow, dude. If I don't come back in like 2 minutes, come find me.
Fucking shit.
God, I wish I had a bottle to
Right,
piss in.
all good, Tal.
Gee, you still good?
I still have
I'm
eyes on
up to 50.
the sniper.
Somebody say they still got eyes on the sniper.
Yeah, I did.
I'm hit.
Fuck this thing.
Don't know.
Fast, I need a pack, mate.
Oh, right behind us.
Where was this contact coming? Is from all directions.
South
Some
and west.
Sounds like west as well.
South and west.
Contact 187.
Thank you.
I went down at the arsenal.
smoke's going out.
I'm trying, mate.
Eyes on.
Sniper bearing 260.
Fast, I'm trying to get back to the building you're in, mate.
Go.
Templar, did we get the mortar up?
Negative.
What, did you get armored again?
Too much
No,
contact.
I got fucking shot by everybody.
Status report, med check.
War Dog's hurting but still up.
Templar's good.
Brave,
G,
stay there.
Templar, you good?
Templar.
Templar's good. Yeah, here
That's
we
good.
Grave, you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, Grave, I need to get past you.
Technical up front.
How's War Dog looking? Is he bad?
I just got shot again.
There, but it's gonna take some time. Did you carry it stairs?
Technical east.
Somebody get on that.
Pretty
Right,
sure
what are
it's
you
two
working on
techies.
fast? I'll work on yours.
I'm out of bandages. I have packing and quick clock left. That's all I got.
Go to the arsenal, mate.
Yeah, if I couldn't make it there. Yeah, I'm
Go on,
pretty
let's
sure
that
that's
way.
on a sniper.
Yeah,
When
it's
I
on
was
definitely
engaged.
the sniper.
Brave, you there?
That's probably it.
Brave is down, Fudge is down too.
Templar, Fudge, if G.
Templar.
Fudge.
Thank you.
Fudge.
1 out of 4 is not bad. Oh shit. Did that fuck your pack?
You green.
Thank you. Right, where's
I am lagging.
what?
Fast. Grave needs attention now.
Copy that, drag him down.
I'm taking hits. I'm taking hits. I'm taking hits. They're shooting through the wall.
I'm lagging so much.
Okay, I should have neutralised the techie gunner out to the east.
That's a fuck that Chinook.
That sounds like a Chinook.
IDF.
Fucking shit. See if someone can raise attention.
There's a second techie out to the east.
How's Grave looking fast? Fucking shit. Leave for work soon. Thought this wouldn't turn into a shit show so fast.
How is your performance? Because I'm lagging like shit.
I'm lagging a little bit, not too much.
IDF, take cover. Real team med
I've
check.
got Fudge here and he needs seeing to now.
Copy, get him down.
Right, who's in here with me?
Al? I've like no bandages, but I'm gonna help you with Fudge. I should be able to use his. I'll work on his
Just
head.
do CPR on him at the very least, mate.
G and Templar, you still good?
Yeah, I'm up.
Where was Templar?
God, the lag.
He's fine, mate. Focus on Fudge.
Where am I?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm all out of everything.
I got him. Go and find G and Templar.
Right, I will do.
Someone upstairs.
Templar's upstairs.
Templar, cool.
He was on the 50 last I saw. Oh, my fucking wounds reopened.
Alright, get back in the building. You're standing in the doorway. I'm gonna fucking fuck you up.
Fuck's that?
Okay, I know where G is. There's a Humvee to the southeast side of the compound. He's in the Humvee.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah,
Yeah, cover that.
Roger, I'll pop smokes.
I'll try and get him.
Smokes going out.
Alright, except G is over 1 gig green.
Yep.
Yes.
Is that a Chinook or is that an Apache?
Probably stay there, don't come back to us.
IDF again. I believe the mortar is to the southwest somewhere.
I can't fucking do anything because I'm lagging too much.
Someone grab a Hunt IR monitor. A few Hunt IR rounds.
If someone's by the arsenal, the Hunt IR monitor.
I'm on it.
Fast, I've got G. I'm coming back.
Copy.
Nice one, Templar. Nice work, mate.
Grave, you need a pack. Grave.
Oh, sorry.
Copy.
I'll start working on his arm, mate. Or do you want me to do CPR, which is better?
Blue team, report.
I'm good.
I'm good. Hit.
What's your pause?
I'm downstairs in the building, mate.
Oh, okay, you're being worked on.
I'm currently to the northwest next to the medical tent and in between the container.
Are you still good?
Throwing smoke your way.
Might leave, to be honest. This is lagging too much.
To everyone, full use of everything authorized. Do not throw heavy weapons at the town.
Thank you. He's lagging up.
Right. I've got one large abortion on my head, Pascal.
Oh my days, the lag.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad in here.
I agree. Great.
Lads, I can't confirm there's an
I
RPG towards
recommend
the
you guys
northwest.
all to get out of this CP building because there's a lot of lag, and if you stand up, the lag and the bullets coming through the walls will kill you.
Templar's down, heavily hit.
Where's he at?
Top of the command building.
Hey, firm. Fudge, you still up somewhere?
Yeah, I'm good. There's near building southwest and one to the south beyond the buildings, okay? 4 contacts altogether, the danger close. More to the northwest, one's got an RPG, 3 are laying prone.
Okay, cool. I got hit in the leg.
Contacts in the compound.
Contact in the compound.
East side.
To the east.
Wow.
Guys, I just got armored.
I can't, dude. I'm trying.
I'm armored.
Grave, they're on the left hand side, mate. Yo.
Right, I'm
Oh my god. Fucking lag.
On the left hand side, Grave, they're on the left hand side, mate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a flash, alright?
Yeah.
No, don't even need to. Oh my days.
Fudge, where are your guys?
I'm to the northwest, mate.
Contacts running on the
Oh my god.
southwest.
Oh, you had to run away, didn't you? While I was lagging. Made out.
If I go down, I'm in the ancillary on the top of the CP building.
Contacts outside of wall to the southwest. Take care of them. That took a hit.
Reloading. What's that, Grave? Don't go too far, mate. Someone to the northwest, alright?
Focus on the entrances to the base.
If you go anywhere, tell us where you're going, and when you get there, tell us where you are.
Do we still have contacts in the base?
Negative.
Don't know. I'd killed one, but it could be more. I only ever saw one.
I feel like I'm being punished.
I can't play it, man. This is too fucking laggy.
Yeah, it's same here for us.
And I print off for fuck's sake. I'm shooting fucking guys for southeast.
Eyes on. Reloading.
Southwest, he's in the open. He's down.
Grave, you good?
Yeah, I'm all good, but I'm just lagging so fucking much.
Yeah, same.
On 10 frames.
Same.
I want to move to this building to the south here.
Yeah. Just before me and Grave are moving on the outskirts of the compound, moving to the south.
Roger. Are you in a vehicle?
They're on foot.
Roger.
Grave you up. Yeah, I'm up, man. G, you good?
I'm gonna keep doing
Yep,
CPR.
G's up.
Entering.
Dude. So I guess Chris not coming back, huh?
Bottom floor clear.
No reinforcements.
Opening.
We've got loads of AI on.
Bottom floor is clear, mate.
Alright, come outside.
I want to get eyes on the sniper.
What, from there?
Yeah,
Well, we
I
just
think I
took so much fucking contact when I was trying to get us out. Wasn't gonna send people out.
Oh.
Oh, it's completed.
Done.
Fucking shit.
Oh, I'm alive.
No, I don't get the snipes on.
I'm moving in front.
Security.
Fuck.
Helmet. I'm
But
a
they want to
paranoid
see.
fuck.
They want to see
Think
the
he's gone,
AI on
anyway.
fucking US military.
I don't think, like, what do you mean?
There were like
No,
four
I still
guys
see him.
stood on the road here.
Really?
still
Like,
Got a
see
sniper?
Alright.
I
I'm
only
firing.
see, like, what do you mean, 4 guys? Like, enemies?
No,
Wait, let me see.
military.
What's the bearing?
I know there were,
in here.
like, 4 total in the
Bearing
base.
That's really weird.
2-6.
Okay.
26, yeah?
Hey, guys.
Moving, it's moving back.
I have to jet.
Let's move forward.
Like, I gotta go to work, like, now. Send criticism and whatnot, just send it to me on Steam or put it in a notepad,
Red
and I'll
contact southwest.
take it later. I gotta go.
See you later, Tal.
He moved
Catch you later, mate.
behind the ridge line. It's Son, so.
No sun's here.
Alright, also need to go, guys, so I'll speak to you later.
See you later, mate.
See you later, dude.
Later, man.
I can't see him.
Index.
He moved up behind the ridge line, mate.
Alright, index, come on.
Oh, there we go. Punched ahead.
Beginning X.
User disconnected from
Index.
your channel.
That means over. It's finished.
I can still see one.
User disconnected from your channel.
Let me kill him.
If only I
Fudge.
wasn't fucking lagging so much, I could have gotten Son. Oh wait.
Yeah, I was
Son,
trying to
you're
keep
here.
it down.
Well, oh, were you not the sniper on the ridge line?
Now you will meet those guys in a second.
I know who it is. I know. Yeah.
Meet your enemies.
How could it be JT? He's not even on the list.
He is. Oh.
He is. I saw him join earlier.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. How you doing, man?
Hello.
How you doing?
Did you like sniping us?
Well, I'm going to tell you, real easy on the
Chris in the
medics.
fucking server as well, is he? How many of you pricks were ragheads?
Well, JTB joined in late, and he told me as a joke if he could come in and snipe you guys, and I said yeah. And when Chris died, I spawned back at base and asked him if he just wanted to go ahead and be a raghead.
No wonder it was fucking impossible.
Alright, medics, let me show you something quick.
See, he's going to point out the reason we were all in this room.
Window. You can see it from there.
You could see us on the floor.
Oh yeah, Fasco. I need a heal. Go about that.
Jesus.
Those mortars that were popping in, how close were they?
Not
Oh,
that
sword.
close, to be honest. I don't think any of them landed inside.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, were they only
fucking
to
spotted
scare us?
you at JT though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it you with the RPGs?
Did you realise?
Say again, mate.
Was it you with the RPG?
I mean,
I shot a
feel
couple
like we
of
were getting hit
RPGs.
anyway, but
One flew past
you were
mine
at
of
one
Fudge's
point
head,
clicked
inches.
away.
Was you in
Like-
that sandbag?
I was in the Humvee.
Oh, the Humvee. Yeah, I can't remember where. I don't know where my first one went, but the second one went
And
over the sandbag.
I was
What,
super
over there?
trying to get G to
Yeah.
get a sniper discreetly. because
Yeah, that was me.
I could tell by his face and the behaviour it was
My
played,
game
but I
just
thought it
like
was Son. I
like
was
froze for a
if he
second,
knows
and
we're
I
trying
wish
to
I
shoot,
hit
he'll
print screen
just
so
move.
quickly. It was right next to Fudge's
So I
head.
was like,
Yeah.
get a sniper, and then we're going to be discreet about you trying to shoot back. And then he was like, I'm going to get on this roof. And it was like, oh yeah, there he goes.
No, that's not how we went down.
That's what happened. What are you talking
No,
about?
you didn't say discreetly the first time. You said discreetly after we moved.
Oh my gosh.
I said discreetly, but fine.
No.
I fucking said it.
Son, is there any way you could keep us back to base or something?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, nice one, man.
Still a little bit laggy.
Yeah, that I'm running at 25 here.
I'm running like fucking shit right now.
Or 5.
I'm running at potato.
Watching a slideshow.
Yeah, Halloween event was better than this.
Halloween.
Because,
Ooh.
I fucking loved this event.
Yeah, this was really good.
That should be
You
all
two
of us.
motherfuckers.
Come back to me, frames.
Bottlenecking.
Hey, I can see shit
There,
again.
there to
How
grab.
did you put these on, like, where we can't see them?
Same size.
What?
You're all locked in as blue 4. I just changed the sides to up 4.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
JT, did any of my shots land close to you?
What the fuck is fudge?
We'll be back in a sec.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I fucking knew you would.
I mean, I had eyes on him the whole time.
There wasn't any on that hillside. You couldn't bite up, and it was kind of glitching out there for me. So
Yeah. And I'm guessing you were moving top of the hill just to make it easier for us.
yeah, I was. I had 3 different FFPs.
Yeah.
I was
Alright,
using.
let's start off. I think Tal had to go, so water.
Yeah.
Apart from the lag, because I know it got way
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of control at the end. Because
In terms of the op, we took contact at or around Jabira on the road when we were coming up, but we blitzed through it. We Yeah, we blitzed through that. I'm assuming that was pretty much the first wave that came over the southeast side.
Nah, that was just a few guys I placed in just to make you feel a bit uneasy when you arrived at the patrol base.
Okay. Yeah, we arrived. Talisman was pretty solid. The Vic parking was well planned. We conducted one patrol around the town. Then the plan would have been to enter the town and knock on some doors. I was anticipating we'd get shot at before we got to that point. Blue team were in the compound, and red team were about here when we took the second significant contact from the hills. So our guys all got down. We were returning fire to the south, and then about 3 or 4 guys came out of this doorway here by the cotton field, and I think it was he went down first at the back. Then Chris, who was over this side, went down. I was in the middle of the two of them, and Templar was over the right. He went down. I reported that G was down, turned to make sure Chris knew he was down, then watched Chris go down. So I spun back around and shot these guys coming out of here. At that point, we knew the town was hostile. Just before that occurred, I numbered up all the buildings because I was anticipating that we would push through this entrance and start clearing buildings. We never got to that point because those 4 guys fucked up G and Chris being Red Team's medic. There was fucking nowhere for me and Templar to go. We were on the wrong side of the slope for taking contact from the town and to the north. I understand why Blue Team didn't come and get us. I desperately needed someone to come and get us because I took enough fire that I was limping. Templar was wounded and bleeding. G and Chris had been down for 2 minutes at least by then, and it was like we were literally here. Can't have been far off this red line on 2029. And no, when you found us, we'd moved. But when we took the initial hit, we were on this fucking slope because that entrance was where I wanted to go in. And all I kept getting asked was, "What is your position?" And I said it at least twice. We're on the backside of 2029. You could have thrown a fucking grenade at us from that distance. But because there was no line of sight, and I appreciate Blue were taking contact as well, like, the only radio contact we were getting was, "Watch your pause, watch your pause. We'll get to you when we can, watch your pause." And it's like, you know what our pause is, and you know that my medic's down, and you know that we're all bleeding or dead. Which is why, because I understood why Tal wasn't moving, I said to Templar, "Just fucking pick G up, I'll drag Chris, and we'll see how far we can get." I probably got to about here. I was visible, so I have to have been on the top end of the crest. Templar managed to get G in. After yesterday's op, when not triaging people in the right order cost us potentially 1, but possibly 2 casualties, I made sure to say on the radio what order people went down in. The guys inside responded to that perfectly. They treated G first. When I came in with Chris, when they'd recovered us, I heard Fastkill say, "Chris went down first, so let's do him." Unfortunately, they just didn't have enough time to do it. And then they got me and Templar up. That could have been a lot worse. They could have lost potentially G and Chris and maybe even me. Once we were in there, it was a bit of a clusterfuck. Not from anybody's, not through any fault, but we were just taking contact from so many different directions, and the longer it went on, the laggier it got. I don't know if Fastkill or the medics heard, JT pointed out that on this north wall of the CP building, there was a window to the lower floor that basically meant he could have killed the medics at any point while they were treating people, and instead just decided to pop people as they came back out after the medic treatment. That's probably part of what added to the pressure for the medics and stuff, with them being swamped with casualties because we're taking fire from enough directions as it was. But JT basically having guaranteed access to make more wasn't exactly helpful. I think because there were so many people that didn't necessarily know how to use the more advanced equipment, we struggled with setting up a HMG. We managed it up, but then by that point the contacts were within 200-300 meters, and any time you used the 50 cal, you just got slotted. I think Templar attempted to set up a mortar, but he was struggling with it. Tau kept shouting about sandbags, but in my opinion, it was too late for sandbags by then. What we could have done, hindsight, is set up defences on PB Wakefield before the patrol went out. But what ended up happening was we were basically said, you can go when you're ready. We're all set up on edge points. We can see the village. But yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have done things like 50 cows, sandbags, and maybe mortar positions, and then sent the patrol out. But that's not on anybody. I agreed to the plan as it was, and nobody else raised any concerns at the time. So we just have to accept that we didn't do that. Did we get friendly air support? I heard it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Because I realized I spawned in maybe a bit too much AI at the end. And all around you on the walls, so I decided to send in a Chinook and try to get some MRAPs to drive out to you.
Yeah,
but
I think
the MRAP was...
I mean, there were failures led to it, but part of the issue was that it really did get so laggy towards the end. Like, everybody had it.
I was standing with Zeus in the area trying to monitor how much lag I got to try and kind of gauge how bad it would be for you guys, but apparently it's just light on Zeus for some reason.
To be fair, it wasn't as bad for me. Like, at first, Fastkill was complaining of lag, and I was like, I'm not getting lag, I don't understand what he's talking about. But then, just the longer the op went on, and I felt like the closer the insurgents got to the compound, it became harder and harder and harder to hit them, particularly in the CP building. I don't know if it's because we had so much equipment and we were using so many medical supplies. We had a lot of guys in there. The AI guys were in there. There was a lot going on in that building, and I wonder if that was the reason it taxed it. I think communication among the team potentially could have been better. At one point, we had 2 techies out to the east. The first person who spotted them, I knew who it was. I'm not pitching blame around, but I heard somebody shout techie to the east, but they didn't say it on the radio, so I had to relay techie to the east on the radio. If we're in that close a contact shouting it, even though you can probably hear each other, when fucking IDF's coming in and there's shots going out and all this shit, it's hard to make out what people have said unless it's in your ear. So use the radios. Also, the shout was for techie to the east, and from the CP building, I actually neutralized a techie gunner who got me in return. And when I came back up, I said, I think neutralized the techie gunner, only to then stand up and double check and realize there was a second techie about 5 feet to the left of it, which I didn't even know was there until I looked. I don't know if maybe that wasn't visible by the person who shouted it out, or whether it was just confusing. We had people were shouting hostiles in the compound, but not a direction. It's like, yeah, the directions did come, but the initial shout was hostiles in the compound. We need to be more specific. It was a difficult bit of terrain because every enemy had a higher position than we did, and the ones that were moving down to the compound as well were covered by the foliage from us, whereas that doesn't affect them. So I think that contributed. Generally, I think it was a fun mission. It was well done. People sort of kept each other alive. It felt very hanging on by our fingernails to me, but we did hang on, which is the key thing to take away. We could have easily been overrun. So yeah, I think the team did well, but there's definitely the main points to take away. We probably should have set up defences before we went on patrol, and things like communication and being clear, using the radios instead of shouting out, particularly when we're in contact that's that hard. It's the priority is, I know people do it to not to the radio, but the priority is that the whole team knows what you're saying, not just the people that manage to hear it. And we never got into the town. The closest we got was there.
But Fudge, yeah, anyone else have anything?
Yeah, just one point. When we was at the compounds, PB Wakefield. We should have had set positions on different sectors, to be honest. So 2 could have been on the southwest, 2 could have been on the southeast. We had enough people, really. There's too many here at this position.
Yeah.
Way too many. It was clustered. When everyone came in, I kind of dispersed. I was running around, really. So I got in the gunner, went here, and then to my knowledge, I shouldn't have been doing that because I was covering everyone's sectors while I was fucking running around like a headless chicken. So yeah, for next time when we do a defensive mission, we should have a set of sectors, and that'll be easier because I know why everyone came here because there was cover, and obviously you've got access to the bottom floor where the medics could obviously heal. War Dog, on your point of people shouting, take it to the east, or for example, as you say, when someone shouts it, just echo it. I understand people.
Oh, yeah, I did, mate.
Yeah, just echo it. You know what I mean? So, what I usually do is I usually say technical to the east, and then somebody behind me says technical to the east, and then the guy following behind me says technical. I'd rather shout it than use the radios, but that's just me, you know, because radios clutters everything.
Yeah, I understand that point, and in normal situations, I would be all for shouting and echoing. But when we're taking 360-degree contact within 300 meters, I think it's more important that the message out faster than people not cluttering the radio, because you might shout it from the west side of the compound, somebody in the middle might relay it, and then by the time it gets to me, the techie on the east's already shot me because I didn't know it were there.
Okay.
Like, if you'd have... I'm not blaming you, I'm just hypothetically in that same situation. If you say it on the radio, I know immediately that the techie's there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like you say, it comes down to personal preference.
It was me that saw the techie. And I said techie. East. That's my bad.
No, it's not anybody's bad. I think I've never not agreed with Fudge on that point. But I think in that specific situation, when we're 360-degree contact and they're that close, it's more important to get the info out quicker than to not clutter the radio.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I just want to go over the few points I have for you guys. Mainly been Fatale, but for you as well, Warlock.
Yeah.
When you come into a PB like this, and you know from the briefing they've been taking harder and harder contacts for quite a while. First thing is use, like, check out the buildings, check out the arcs, and how to set up defense and set up the MGs right away. Make sure you have a solid point to fall back to before you start heading out. I put in the shore force patrol as a kind of white rabbit for you to chase. That was never fucking gonna happen.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't.
Yeah. I was hoping for you to maybe head out like you did and take some contact. And when you went down there, what I really wanted to have seen was just you and the other guy. This second you're not being actively shot on from these guys. Took those guys down. Check up the guys on your back and run the 50 meters back to the TV.
Yeah.
Because they were taking contact from up here and from up here.
Yeah. To be
so
fair,
you were way exposed, so either get them into a building here or get the way back, because they couldn't come get you, and the longer you stay out there, the more injuries you'll take.
Yeah. To be fair, that is actually what I was attempting to do. But every time I moved to pick up Chris, I got shot myself. It was just one of those situations where attempt to do the right thing kept getting me shot.
Smoke.
Yeah. I think we used all the smoke at one point, and then that's when we managed to get them out. It was on my part not quick enough in that, but that is what we were attempting to do.
Yeah. Just looked like you were stuck in a stalemate there, hoping for the guys in here to come and get you, and there was no way they could do that.
I'll be honest, for the first minute or so, that is potentially what I was waiting for, but then it was like, they're not going to come, we need to
Yeah, we were really heavily injured.
Yeah.
That's why we couldn't
Yeah,
move.
I know. I'm not saying, like, it's not a...
No,
they're
I
all
know
up there in the fucking PB and they're fine and well...
I know, mate.
Yeah,
I know.
like,
we're fucked.
But also, like, Fudge set up, fucking going to, like, this building was hard getting onto the roof. You had an arsenal over here where you could grab a ladder, put up against one of the walls. People can get up and down on their own without having to run to the steps somewhere and try to awkwardly climb onto the roof.
Yeah.
Set up ladders, set up MGs. You had all kinds of MGs lying around here, as well as the ones from the arsenal.
Yeah.
You had every opportunity to just hunker this down to be an impenetrable fortress, and you didn't. That's what I have to take away from that up. It was supposed to feel like we're gonna get overrun, we're gonna die.
I did like that feeling, to be honest.
You're a fucking sadist, Grave. Yeah, no, I think by
That's
the
also
time
why I employed JTB as a sniper and took Chris to be up for when he died, because you lost a guy, tough shit, you can't be reinforced.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that would have gone on if more guys had died, they would be teleported out and made up for again, so...
I think you should start doing that.
Yeah,
I don't know why we don't, you know, like... I've said this to you the other day, Fudge, when we were talking about the training, and you said, like, you never actually face players. You only face the AI, so it's not necessary to learn how to deal with players, but every time people die, unless somebody is in, like, a proper stupid way, like that one time that Son got blown up and ArmA threw him 3 kilometers away, we're not going to find him. And in that case, maybe he should TP back to us or something when he spawned, but... if people die, I don't know why they don't get put on the opposing team with just a very brief thing from, like, Zeus. So maybe Zeus says, get too close to them, but keep them on their toes, or just snipe them, or whatever. But just something, because honestly, I assumed, because I didn't realise JT was in the server, I assumed that the sniper was Son, but I knew that the sniper was a person. Just by the way they were behaving, and it immediately changed how I addressed it, because rather than going, there's an AI sniper 1.2 clicks up there, let's pepper him with fire until he dies, because the AI will just sit there and wait until they're dead. I actually said to Grave, and we've got a slight disagreement about how this went, but the implication was, that's a player, the minute they know we're trying to kill them, they're going to move. And it's like, it changes the way you behave, so I actually think that it should be something that Zeus's do, at least in certain situations, is turn your casualties against you.
Yeah, I'm all up for that. JT?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I had a damn ball. And like I say, it's not fair, you know, and I understand the point that you guys are sitting at, but it's really not fair for me to be up there sitting knowing exactly where you're at, looking through a window. I'm just sitting there thinking, well, if I was a medic and I had a sniper up here on the hill that I was unaware of and he could take me out at any time, that was just going through my head as a medic. So I wanted to bring that up just to make, you know, it known if it's possible to set up somewhere in a window that you've got a high vantage point, you know, try to do it. It's easier said than done when you've got a son of a bitch on a hill taking you out from a click out. I understand that, but
it wasn't the son of a bitch that was a click out, JT. It was the son of a bitch that was 10 meters away.
Yeah.
In reply to that, I was very aware of windows. I tried to keep myself in the corner, out of sight. But when the frames drop so much, it becomes a hassle trying to move. So I just focus.
Right, and I completely understand that. I completely understand it. Like I say, it's kind of unfair in a player up on the top of that mountain looking through that window and seeing you guys. The AI may or may not pick up on it, as we all know, but it was just from my vantage point.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Any further points from me is just medical stuff. So that be important.
No, I think you did a fucking sterling job, Fastkill. When we lost Chris, you became the only medic, and my mission was reviving people that had armoured their way down the stairs or been shot in the face by JT or whatever. Like, it can't have been fun for the lag, so yeah, just good job, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, well, the ArmA bullshit it's treatable, but it takes fucking long because it's annoying injuries. But one thing regarding to Chris dying, I called out at that point that I need 2 guys doing CPR. That means I need 2 guys right there and right then, because it's a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
Before he passes.
Did you not get that?
Negative. I got 1.
Okay. So we need to. I think we could definitely work on reaction to casualties. If I've learned anything in the last 3 days, it's that reaction to casualties is not the. there's a total lack of urgency there, and I think part of that probably comes from sometimes we take casualties and it's piss easy because you drag them into cover like immediately and the medic works on them and nobody else needs to do anything because the medic's going to sort it out. We need to react to casualties the same way every time, and that is the way that in high stress situations like we've had the last 3 days, where you are giving the casualty the highest chance of surviving, and I don't think that's up to scratch at the minute. We go over that kind of shit.
Yeah, fast. I was doing CPR and G, and then I was doing CPR and Templar, and then I went to go get my sector mate. So, to be honest, my bad. Should I say my bad? I don't know. There was two guys up for you.
You actually managed to keep G alive.
I don't know. Maybe you didn't hear me call it out. It's fine. I just want to. If you hear that, just everyone respond. And if you see, okay, someone's already here, I'll go get the sector.
Yeah.
This is like
yeah. But I want to mention two more things that I've been seeing on videos and when I'm treating people. I see very few people using kits. Tourniquets keeps you alive. When you get hit in the limbs, just slap a tourniquet on until a medic can treat you. Because basically, otherwise you have a fucking minor scrape. But if you leave that unattended, you will bleed out and fall unconscious.
And that's a very good fast. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
Not using them.
I always use them. That's why I take 4, one for each limb.
I don't want to just to mention that JTV. I don't want to call you out or anything, but I did watch the cyclo video from last night's op, and I noticed you didn't have a tourniquet on your.
Right.
I recall you passing out like 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I admit not using them.
Yeah.
When I should.
And I know for everyone here that the advanced medical system might be complicated. What fucking bandage do I use? If you're unsure, just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask. That's
I
all
have a further point to that, but I'll let Song go first.
Yeah, it's just about the medical stuff. When you have a casualty, the most important thing is that you guys communicate. When Fasco calls out for 2 guys to do CPR, you gotta call out your name and on it.
Yeah.
Or call out your name and say, I'm doing security or whatever. Just fucking reply to him. Give him some feedback instead of him calling out, I need 2 guys in CPR and everybody fucking shuts up.
Yep. What I was going to potentially suggest is, and this is a on and Fast Kill and JT judge to consider, not one to fix now. But as I was watching the videos over the last couple of days, I mean, we've had 5 KIA in the last 3 missions. Like if we were a unit, we'd be sent home now. But I've noticed that in certain situations, it's very few medics, and the solution to that is not to make more people medics, but it might be worth having certain people who, adjacent to whatever job they're doing, are considered combat lifesavers. And what I would pose those combat lifesavers do is A, carry more bandages than they usually do, but not as much shit as the medics, because the medics is combat lifesavers wouldn't be carrying packs because that's not their job. They won't be carrying surgical kits because that's not their job. But the job that they might have is A, recovering casualties from the field other than random people trying to run out and do it, because one of the things that I've noticed new people do is casualty goes down in the field, somebody says go get them, somebody who doesn't quite understand the system runs out, and then they panic and they go, shit, how do I move him, what do I do? We're losing seconds on the casualty and that person's potentially going to get themselves killed. If someone who knows how it works out, they pick them up straight away and they're on the way. But as well as that, for things like when Fast Kill says I need 2 people on CPR, instead of everybody thinking, shit, should that be me? Do I need to help him? If there's combat lifesavers there, that's their fucking job. That's your first job. Help the medic. Like, once the casualties are sorted or the medic says, yeah, I've got it from here, you can go, then the CLS goes back to doing whatever their other job is. It's just a potential proposal.
Yeah,
I think I could do that. That sounds
yeah,
like something I would do.
we'll take your suggestion on board.
Yeah.
But we're still working on it. We're still working on the works of me and Faskill being a team called Pedro. Or what was it? What was that call sign you said, Faskill? That god sign you said?
I don't have a call sign for it yet. No.
No, you don't have a call sign. Right. Basically,
Medivac. But,
yeah, Medivac.
I wanna basically get the how you say the standard, bring it up a little bit before we try that.
Yeah, exactly. We need more players in order to do it. So basically, what will happen is Faskill will be the doctor. Okay, and me and him will be on standby. And then, as you said, Wardog, combat lifesavers will be within the unit. So they only get the the stitching kit? What's it called?
Yeah, surgical kit.
Surgical kit. Yeah. So these combat lifesavers will only get surgical kits. So if a man goes down, me and Faskill will either be in a vehicle or a helicopter. We'll pick up the casualty. Faskill will pack him and we'll put him back down into the AO, and that's how it'll work. But we're still working on it. But it's kind of half your point, half our point. So we're trying to we're still trying to work on it.
I think because people don't always want to specialize as a medic. Like I personally don't want to specialize as a medic. It's not the job I want to do. But I wouldn't mind being one of those people in the field where if shit's happening and the medic's busy, I've got enough equipment and enough experience to chip in and help, and I don't have to think, is that my job? Because if it's a secondary role where you only do it when needs must, then you know when needs must, because the medic will tell you when that is.
Yeah.
But
that sounds a lot like a tactical field care. That's something everyone should be able to do. Everyone should be able to patch up wounds of each other and kind of triage what patients are the most urgent ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm angling towards. So you're not actually the doctor, like Fudge said, but somebody that I know everybody should be able to. The amount of times I've seen new people, recruits that know the system, they've done BCT, but they still panic when the shit's hit the fan. Like, it's just it's costing us time.
But the thing is, though, they're still molding in within the unit, aren't they? You can't you can't tell them to get.
I'm not blaming them.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I think when medics need assistance, and this isn't wrong, but we try to treat recruits like they're members of the unit. Like we're not ostracizing them and saying you're new. But in certain situations, this one in particular where clock is ticking, sometimes it makes more sense if it's like just you get security. It's still a valuable job. Somebody needs to be on security, as we've proven on ops before. But it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, either ask or get out the way. Because this person is potentially going to die, and we've had 5 KIA in 3 missions now.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them because of that. Like, Houston died 2 nights ago because he got himself on a roof. That's totally up to Houston. But last night and today, we potentially lost people because the reaction wasn't correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing how to take care of yourself and reacting to casualties. That's 2 points. And in addition, just to mention, it can provide basic medical. What mount and what kind of medical gear everyone should bring on the field, or suggested, that is. So everyone has everything they need to treat each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right, cool.
Now I have a request from Sam and Gary. You guys can head over to the Steam page in the discussions and mark yourself down on the coming campaigns. Mark what kind of role you want to do in the campaign, Pre-Gun Intent.
Have they got dates on there?
Yeah.
Sunday. It's this Sunday.
Operation Torbrook, yeah.
Yep.
Start Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, yeah.
Right, I left a comment.
Alright, is that the end of the debriefing, yeah?
Yes. I've got said everything.